everyone, this is Amanda at Amanda's Booktopia. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. And today, we are doing my July TBR, and I am bringing back my penguin card deck back again for July. I do have some planned books I already plan on reading in July, so if I get any cards that would work for those books, I will totally be fitting those in. And then I have a whole bunch of books of possibilities sitting next to me on the couch. So you never know what might get thrown in here. And I want to try to read as many of my gifts as possible for July because I have a lot of gifts and I want to be able to tell people what I think of the books that they gifted me. So I figured July would be a good time to do that. And I already shuffled up my deck. For those who are new and don't know what this deck is, I started originally, when I first started my channel, I was doing Don't Break the Ice to choose my books. So I decided to use that game and make it into a deck of cards. And I have cards that say penguin on it. So instead of the penguin flying through the ice, if I get a penguin card, my fiance Ray gets to pick a book for me. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be one that I actually own. It could be an audiobook. It could be absolutely anything. I have no control. And I have quite a few penguin cards in here. So hopefully we don't get one. But Ray would be really happy if I did. So I guess we'll see what happens. So, hey Alexa, pick a number between 1 through 8.
Here's a number between 1 and 8. It's 1.
Ha! Alright, let's try this again. Alexa, pick a number between 1 through 8.
Here's a number between 1 and 8. It's 8.
It's either going to be 1 or 8. I guess we'll go with 8. I'm hoping to read a lot in July anyway, so we're going to pull 8 cards. So, first card we've got, a new release, which is perfect. I know exactly what I want to do for this one. So, this is my Fiction Falls book for the month of July, and it just came out just a few weeks ago, the day before my birthday. So this came out June 10th. This is Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. It's a new release, and it's perfect because I already planned on reading this. So yay, I'm excited. First card works perfect for this book. Alright, now we're going to pick book number 2. Okay, this is easy enough. Gifted. I have so many gifted books, it's not even funny. And 2 of my buddy reads were also gifts. So I'm going to go with The Orphanage by the Lake by Danielle G. Miller. I keep wanting to say Danielle. It's not Danielle. And I plan on buddy reading this with my friend Sam from Sufferathon. So I'm excited for this one. This is perfect for gifted. I just got this in June from my dad. So this is perfect. So that's 2 books already down. Book number 3. Let's see what we get. A letter generator with a title. I have one with an author, one with a title. So we're going to pull up a letter generator on my phone. Let's see what we get. All right, so we're going to go ahead and spin. See what we get. An X? What? I don't think I have a single book with the letter X in the title.
I would just respin.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, because none of these books have X in the title. None of them. And there's a lot of books. So you know what? We're going to remove the X and spin again. A V. You know what? That is perfect. You want to know why?
Sure. Why?
Because it fits perfectly for the Thrills and Chills book for July.
Great.
So we have With a Vengeance by Riley Sager. V is perfect for vengeance. And I already plan on reading this. So again, perfect choice. Oop, I forgot I had a gift receipt. Well, a gift note in the book. I opened it to put the card in and it fell right up. Whoop, there we go again. But that was our third book. And I think it is a confirmation about a buddy read. So let me check that. All right. So sorry about that. I just got confirmation about another buddy read and I want to include it in this video. And she just said she'd do it with me. So that's even better. All right. So next card, we have a paperback. I'm telling you, the cards are loving me today because the other one of my buddy reads is a paperback. The cards are really, really happy with me today, and I'm really happy with the cards. So I got the Spell Shop, which is another buddy read I'm doing with a friend, and it's a paperback with purple sprayed edges. So this works perfect for the paperback prompt. I mean, this is too funny that all the cards I pull are perfect for like every book that I'm already planning on reading. How weird is that? I haven't had to pull any book that's not already a planned read yet. So this is great. So that's book number 4. Now let's pull for book number 5. And see what we get. So we have, oh no, we got a penguin card. I guess Ray gets to pick a book for me. Hold on momentarily, and we'll be right back with whatever Ray picks for me. So, Ray picked a book for me through all the books that I have sitting next to me on the couch, and somehow he landed on the chunkiest book that I had sitting here. And I mean the chunkiest. And I'm like, what? Really? He seriously landed on it like 2 seconds in. And he's like, you know what? This is what I'm picking for you. So I guess I'm going to be reading Heat of the Everflame by Penn Cole. I was supposed to read this in May. Now it's going to be in my July TBR. I'm nervous as all heck because, I mean, I enjoyed the first 2 books in the series, but they weren't 5 stars. But you know what? Ray picked it. I will be reading it regardless. Or try to.
Was that meant to be for your book club?
Well, Lindsay picked it for me back in May, and I never got to it.
Okay, cool.
So, the penguin card that I pulled, Ray got to choose Heat of the Everflame. So, this will be added to the July TBR. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get to choose 3 more books. All right, let's see what we get. Okay, we have adult fantasy. I have a lot of adult fantasy over here. I also have some YA though. Let's see. What do I want to do for adult fantasy? SYA. You know what? I'm pretty sure this is adults. It's not actually a gift. I bought it. Actually, I think this is adult too. This was a gift. Let me check. I think it's adult. Um, it's a vampire witch fantasy series. The celestial magic, deadly alliances, and forbidden romance. I have a feeling this is going to be adult, so I'm going to go with this one. And this was a gift from Jess from Honest Fiction, so I will be reading one of her gifts in July. I am very excited because I've been wanting to try a book from this author. So we will be reading The Vampire's Bargain by Jasmine Waltz for adult fantasy. That should be fun. And it's a short book, so I should be able to get through that pretty quick. So that was book 6. So that was book number 6. So we have 2 more cards to pull. Let's see what else we get. Published in 2018. I don't think I have a single book here that was published in 2018. I think they were all recent. Let me look at a few. See if there's anything from 2018 at all. Let's see. This one's fun. This 2025. That's not one. What about this one? Now this one's a little bit older. Well, this is 2018. Okay, this is perfect. Okay. Well, second book I found was 2018. So how about that? This is A Fairy of Bones and Gold by Haley Turner. This was a gift from my bestie Clint, and I know he really wants me to read this. So this is kind of exciting. I get to read one of his gifts in the month of July. So thank you, Clint. And that is book number 7, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, so we get to pull one more card. All right, let's see what we get. We have a strong female character. Does this one have a strong female character? I think this one could work. I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling this one might have a strong female character. And this is The Floating World by Axie O. I'm planning on buddy reading this with Jess from Honest Fiction, anyways, in the month of July. And I'm pretty sure this has a strong female character. I think Ren, the female character, she seems pretty strong. But she kills a monster, even though it hurts her family. And she's trying to save somebody from her family, I think. I think she's trying to save her uncle. So I guess if she's trying to save her uncle, she must be strong enough to handle it, I would think. So I'm going to include this for strong female character. I don't know much, but it sounds like a lot of fun. And that was book number 8 in this July TBR. And that was all the books that Alexa picked for me. I kind of want to pick 2 more. Because it's fun pulling cards. You know what? I'm going to pick 2 more just for the heck of it. And then we're stopping, I promise. So that way I have some room for a mood reading. Okay, a book you know nothing about. Okay, I think I got one already. So I really don't know anything about this one, and I added it to my wish list, and it was a gift. So yeah, I think we're gonna do this one. So this is This Monster of Mine by Shalini Abeysekara. All I know is that it's an ancient Rome-inspired romantasy. I really don't know much about this book. I just saw ancient Rome-inspired and romantasy, and I was sold. So that's really all I know, and I don't know anything else really. So this will work for this prompt. And it was a gift from my friend Ellie, who's likes to drag me into all kinds of readathons and Discord servers. So we're gonna try and also read this one. And we're gonna pick one more book, and then we're done with this TBR. I promise. Let's see what we can get. And we have a buddy read. You know what? I'm gonna switch this card for a new one. Because I don't have any more buddy reads. So that won't really work. You know what? I'm deciding to include that buddy read card after all. So there's another book that I forgot. I do also plan on reading in July. I just thought about it and realized I'm also reading Glow by Raven Kennedy for the Plated Prisoner series read along I'm doing with Jess from Honest Fiction on her Patreon. So I'm going to use that buddy read card after all and throw in an 11th book. So 11 books it is. And I also did forget I have an extra buddy read that completely skipped my mind. That is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I plan on reading this. A bunch of us from in Sephorathon are going to be reading this together. And it also works for another buddy read. So the buddy read card actually does come into play, and I just didn't think of it right away. But I'm very excited to read my first Chloe Gong book. I have a few of hers, just haven't read any from her yet. So I'm very excited to read this. So this would be book number 12 on the stack of books I already planned on reading. So we're going to pull a different card. We're going to go with this one. Okay, this is easy. A beautiful cover. Okay, I can do this. I have a lot of really pretty covers. I do really want to read this book. I don't know if I consider this pretty. So, hmm. This is a pretty cover. Um, it's not a gift though. That is kind of pretty. Oh, you know what? I consider this a really pretty cover, actually. And I really, really, really want to read this. And it is a gift. So I think I'm going to go ahead and add on for beautiful cover. My two possibilities is Rewind It Back by Liz Humphreys, because I really want to read this. And then I also have Nightweaver by R.M. Gray that I also really want to read. And they're both really, really, really pretty covers. Especially the hardback on Nightweaver. I'm not sure which one I want to do. Maybe I should have Ray pick for me. Because I really want to read both of these. And I don't know which one I want to pick. So you get to pick Rewind It Back or Nightweaver.
Rewind it back.
You sure? That's one you want?
Yeah.
Okay then. Cool. I get to fit in a romance. I'm excited. Because we have a lot of fantasy and thriller. So this works great. I could break up this fantasy and thriller heavy stack with a romance. Cool. And I've really, really been wanting to read this one. So I'm excited in my July TBR. So this is all 10 books I will be attempting to read in July. This is a lot of books. I can't help myself when it comes to those prompt cards because they're so fun to pull. So I had to pull at least 2 more. But these are all books that I'm really excited to read. Just the penguin card threw me for a loop. But, I'm going to attempt to read each and every one of these books in July. It's going to be eventful, to say the least. But if you've read any of these books, I would love to know your thoughts. And if you haven't, if there's any you're interested in reading with me, that would be fun too. And that is all the books I have for this July TBR. Whoa. Almost dropped some books. If you got this far into the video and you don't feel like being chatty, why don't you leave me a house for the orphanage by the lake? Because there's a house on the front cover. It's just the one I had at the top at the moment. So, if you enjoyed this video and you want to leave me a like because you're great and you love my videos, which is awesome, please give me a huge thumbs up. That would really, really help me out. And if you want to stick around for more bookish content from me, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below. And I'll see you all in the next one when my books aren't going to fall.